I love this series, but really, Rira's smile will purify Zark's soul? Hey everybody, Templar74 here with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. In today's Yu-Gi-Oh video, I'm going to be giving my thoughts and impressions about Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, Episode 146, The Dimension Highway. Now, this episode of Arc 5 was really a battle between ideals. We start off the episode where Krozaki is basically telling Yuya that Yuto's inside him, Ruri is inside Rei or Yuzu. You know, there's still hope. And Yuya is agreeing to that. And Jack Atlas, who watched Krozaki and Yuya's duel, is yelling at him, "Don't be so conceited. You're not going to save anybody in your current state. Use the four dragons at their full power and duel me." And Yuya doesn't want to do that because he tells Jack that if the four dragons are summoned out, Zark's evil soul will wake up and Rira will become a demon. And he doesn't want that to happen. But Jack calls him out on it and says, "No, that's not it. The reason why you're not using the four dragons is because you're afraid that if all four dragons are summoned together, you'll integrate with them just like the last time." And even Krozaki admitted that he felt Yuya's hesitation when he had those two level 4 monsters on his field during their duel, and he didn't actually summon Dark Rebellion. So Reggie shows up on video screen and he says no objections to me about him dueling Jack. And it is revealed that Reggie has created the Dimension Highway, a riding duel course set up just for this. So apparently the duel between Yuya and Jack Atlas was already planned. But anyway, the Dimension Highway shows up, and that's going to be their riding course throughout all four dimensions. And Reggie tells him, "Show these four dimensions the ultimate riding duel. And this time, Yuya, make Rira smile." And so the riding course is set, and Jack and Yuya are getting ready to duel. And during the duel, Jack keeps pushing Yuya, "Call out the four dragons." And he does that repeatedly. However, Yuya is still convinced that he can win this duel. He can make Rira smile with his entertainment in his own way without the four dragons, without the risk of Zark. And that's what he tries to do using a repetitive combination of Time Gazer and Stargazer magicians in his pendulum zones, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, Dragon Remora, and Odd Eyes Minotaurus. However, this combo gets really repetitive. We've seen it 3 or 4 times in the duel right before the end. And Jack says, "If you cannot use the four dragons, if you're too afraid to use your monster's power, you are disqualified as a duelist. I'm going to end this duel right now." And he uses Dragon Tyrant and Scarlight Dragon to try to finish Yuya off. However, Yuya special summons a new monster, Odd Eyes Dissolver, and with its effect, he's able to hold on by the skin of his teeth. And it is that moment where we hear Yuto's voice again. And this actually takes Yuya by surprise. Yuto, Yuri, and Yugo are all there, and they're talking to Yuya. They're saying, "Why are you hesitating? The dragons want to come out. With our dragon's power, you surely can win, and you won't lose this way." And before I say anything else, I got to admit, now that Zark's evil soul is gone out of them, Yuri is not as much of an asshole as he used to be. But I think that it had a lot to do with Zark. But anyway, like I say, Yuri's not as much of an asshole as he used to be. So anyway, with the other boys behind him, Yuya says, "Okay, we're going to call out the dragons." And he uses his pendulum combination one more time to bring back out Odd Eyes, Minotaurus, and Dragon Remora. And Jack is getting angry. He's like, "Are you trying this again? Do you not understand it?" And Yuya is saying, "No, I understand it. You want me to be the master that's not bitten by his own dog," is Yuya's quote. And Jack says that that's exactly right. Now show him their power. So Yuya calls out Dark Rebellion. Now Dark Rebellion and Odd Eyes are out on the field, and we see Rira reacting. He's starting to cry out, or she's starting to cry out. I've seen on Twitter to where I guess now Rira's a girl now, but I haven't seen concrete proof of that. But that's confusing in itself. Okay, Arc 5, let's just do a sex change. Why not? But anyway, so Dark Rebellion and Odd Eyes are out on the field. They're crying out, and Zark's soul in Rira is reacting to it. He's crying out, and Reggie actually notices it. He said Zark's evil soul is reacting to the two dragons. But it doesn't stop there. Next, Yuya summons Odd Eye Synchron to the field, and using that and Stargazer Magician together, he's able to synchro summon and bring out Yugo's dragon, Clearwing. Clearwing's on the field, and now we see a purple aura showing up around Rira, and you know they're not exactly sure what to make of this. But Yusho comes over and pats Rira on the head and says that Rira has to endure this. You know, it'll be over soon. And then finally we get the last dragon, using Time Gazer Magician and Odd Eyes Synchron, or not Odd Eyes Synchron, Odd Eyes Dissolver. Yuya fuses the two of them together and calls out Star Venom. Now all four dragons are out on the field. Rira's reacting because of Zark's evil soul. However, Yuya is listening, and he can hear the crying of the dragons. The dragons are crying out, and he says, this isn't an angry voice. This is a scared voice. They're crying out. They're afraid of Rei, and they're trying to stop her resurrection. So the four dragons are fearful of Rei and her resurrection, and they don't want to see that happen. In fact, they're trying to stop it. And Yuya shouts out, you are all strong. You do not need to become the Supreme Dragon King to win, and I will prove it. And that's where the episode ends off. Now, it's also very interesting to note that before Yuya calls out these four dragons, and before he draws that card to start this chain summon, he says, I was one of four alter egos. I am Zark. I should be able to feel his monster's feelings, or sense his monster's feelings. And we actually see the pendulum swing, and we see Yuya, Yuto, Yugo, Yuri, and even Zark himself before that card is pulled. So Yuya can feel Zark's monster's feelings. And now we're left off with this. The four dragons are out. They are crying out. They're afraid of Rei and trying to stop her resurrection. And Yuya is about ready to prove to those four dragons that they don't need to be afraid. And that's where the episode is left off for part 1. Like I said, this episode was really good. It's rushed at the end here. I really do think it's rushed. I think Arc 5 honestly could have used 4 or 5 more episodes than what we have to kind of, smooth it out at the end. But the end's feeling really rushed. And I still don't understand why they wanted to use Jack Atlas so bad for this duel, because this is like the 5th time, including Zark, that Yuya has dueled him. I've heard rumors that I guess the main people on Arc 5 were fans of, and actually a couple of them have worked on 5Ds, and that's why they're so focused around Synchro. I'm not entirely sure about that, but that's supposedly the deal. But anyway, like I said, I really enjoyed this episode. Great development for Yuya. We saw all the things I wanted on my wish list before the series was over. That we got to see the U-Boys interact with Yuya again and help guide him. We got to see Yuya summon all 4 dragons at once. We got to see Yuya finally come to grips with, I am Zark. I can sense his monster's feelings. And we are also finally understanding what has to happen in order for Zark's soul to be purified. So this episode hit on a lot of really good notes. Like I said, felt rushed, but still a great episode. Looking forward to part 2 next week. But, as always, in the comments down below, let me know what you guys thought of this week's Arc 5 episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What are your thoughts on the 4 dragons being afraid of Rei? What are your thoughts on Yuya telling these dragons, you do not need to be afraid and I will prove it to you? Just let me know what your guys' thoughts are of all this in the comments down below, because as always, I enjoy hearing from you. Alright everybody, as always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day everybody, and I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye everybody.